Hi, boys and girls. This is Miss McWhorter. I'm here to share another science book with you called Charlotte, the Scientist is Squished. This is written by Camille, Andros, and illustrated by Brianne Farley. And you can see I've checked this book out from Miss Lane in the library. So if you enjoy it, you can check it out there. And you see here on the first page, there's a picture of Charlotte. She's got posters of scientists and the scientific method. And she looks like a scientist, doesn't she? Charlotte was a serious scientist. Protective glasses, a lab coat, and a magnifying glass were her essential scientific equipment, plus a clipboard for important notes. Charlotte solved problems by conducting experiments that followed the scientific method. And Charlotte had a problem. She was squished. Oh, look at that. She's even got a brother who's got leaning on her and another one pulling on her. She was squished at the table. She was squished in the tub. And sometimes she was even squished on the toilet. You can see the sister opened it and she says, "Hey!" Oh, poor Charlotte. It had become impossible to conduct her experiments. Her tubes were taken, her beakers got broken, and her specimens were spoiled. Charlotte needed some space. Time to use the scientific method. Look at all her brothers and sisters. How are they using her science materials? Oops, sorry. Step 1, ask a question. How can I get some space around here? Step 2, form a hypothesis. Hypothesis. If I can get rid of my brothers and sisters, I will have room to be a real scientist. So what is a hypothesis? It is the guess of an answer, right? It's her prediction. Step 3, test the hypothesis. Experiment. She tried an experiment to make everyone disappear, but it didn't work. She tried another experiment to make herself disappear, but that didn't work either. If she was going to get some space, she would have to go there. Bang, clang, boom, keep out. So what did she make? Where do you think she's going? Oh my goodness, where did she go? I see the earth up here in the sky. So where must she be? Oops. Step 4. Make and record observations. Charlotte was no longer squished at the table. She was no longer squished in the tub. And Charlotte could take as long as she wanted in the toilet. Space was splendid. Observations. Meals, check. Baths, check. Toilet, check. Important experiments. Finally! Step 5, draw conclusions. She had all the room she needed to conduct very important experiments using her protective glasses, lab coat, and magnifying glass. Her test tubes were tidy and her beakers looked brilliant, and her specimens were sparkling. Her hypothesis was correct. She finally had room to be a scientist. The only problem was there was no one to talk to at mealtime, no one to blow bubbles with in the tub. What was Charlotte supposed to do when she ran out of toilet paper? Hello? Space was lonely. Back to step 2, form a new hypothesis. If I can have friends in space, then I won't be lonely. And I can be a real scientist. Time for more experiments. Excuse me. Charlotte tried chocolate, but it was too tempting. What did she do to her chocolate friends? I think I'd do that too. The balloons kept floating away. Oop. And robot bunnies were poor conversationalists. They got ruined in the bathtub and tangled in the toilet paper. Boop. Charlotte missed her family. She even missed being squished. So she tried one last experiment. And where is she going? Is she coming home? Her brothers and sisters look excited to see her. And reached a new conclusion. Charlotte didn't need outer space. She just needed her own space. So look, she turned her spaceship into a laboratory. And then you can see some of her siblings are having a tea party with the robot and one of her balloon friends. The end. Well, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed Charlotte the Scientist is Squished by Camille Andros and illustrated by Brianne Farley.